I specialize in resale and consignment and thrift shops. And we're talking today about, Colleen, are you ready for our topic of the day?
I am. Go ahead and kick us off. Oh, look, we're live. Everything's going smoothly this morning. Today
Okay,
we're really,
everybody who is here, let us know that we're alive by making a comment down in the bottom there so we know you're here. I see there's a couple of you watching already.
yeah, fantastic. We have Hope watching, and who else have we got? Oh, Michelle. Hi, Michelle. Good morning. Okay, so we're going to talk about marketing today. So, first of all, like what is marketing? Kate, do you want to talk a minute about what is marketing?
Well, to me, marketing is obviously reaching out, finding your customer, thinking in terms of customer needs and customer service. In other words, not thinking from your side of the desk, but the other side of the counter. What do customers need? What do they want? How can you provide it? How can you let them know that you have what it is they're seeking?
And a little bit along those lines to further what Kate just said is that marketing is really the activity of creating an audience. So marketing is not the sales job. Marketing is the job of getting the word out about who you are and driving the traffic to your store, to your website, to your pop-up shop. That's really what marketing is. And that's why Damon John coined the phrase, and I love this phrase, marketers always win. Because marketers are the ones who get the people. They get the traffic, they get the people. So if you think about marketing is about generating the traffic and the people to sell to, and then sales, their responsibility is to sell to all the people that marketing has brought forth to sell to. And along the lines of to further what Kate was saying, within marketing, like if you have a lot of people, your job is to make sure that they're the right people that are coming in that want your products and services. But then also, if you've got a lot of people coming in, do you have the right products and services that those people need and want? So that's where they all have to kind of come together and work cohesively as well. So let's talk a little bit more about that today, Kate. What are your thoughts? Oh, good morning, Jana. Jana's watching. Jennifer. Awesome. Good morning. Good morning. Do you all have your coffee? Joining
Well,
us
what
this
we were
morning?
talking about before we went live between Colleen and me, we were talking about the necessity, the overwhelming need of most retailers, bricks and mortar retailers and online retailers, for having an editorial calendar, for not making decisions on the fly, but for planning ahead. And what was the phrase you used about proactive and reactive,
Yeah,
Colleen?
so I just talked about how for one of our biggest things when we first work with a business owner is to move them from being reactive to being proactive. So we're not just like, oh, I think we're going to have a sale this week, or our sales are a little bit down, like let's have a sale this week, or I have this idea, can we do it next week? But it's more like let's have a calendar let's have a calendar plan. Here's every single month of the year. We can plan ahead and we move you from being reactive to proactive. And I think a lot of business owners kind of play the wait and see game and feel like, oh, sales are going really well. I don't really need to do as much marketing, or I don't need to think about that because sales are going so well. When in reality, when sales are going well, that's when you need to take a little bit of that income that's coming in and reinvest and keep it going well so you don't have as many peaks and valleys in your business.
Yeah, I think it's the peaks and valleys that drive everybody crazy. You know, there's too much stuff coming in and you start getting short with your suppliers, or there's not enough customers coming in and you start getting kind of clingy and you start wasting time online trying to get that audience back in your store. Again, whether it's bricks and mortar or whether you're trying to get them to your online selling venue. There was a company that I ran across when I was doing research for this, and they call themselves B&M, but they stand for brand mortar. And of course, Colleen is always very, very big on doing things that fit your branding. I don't see a lot of that happening. I do see, for instance, Here We Go Again in Oregon does a lot of that branding. Everything they do from their live shows to their emails match the slightly irreverent Pacific Northwest idea of their shop. So that's something perhaps that especially Colleen can help you with, is deciding on a brand and using it to make your business more familiar with your audience, with making them feel comfortable about coming in your store, about asking for special items on a wish list, about signing up on your email list, about telling their friends about you, about bringing their friends in, about even thinking about having your 40th birthday party actually in the shop, because the shop owner knows you well enough to know that this might be something fun that you might be interested in. So all of that branding is so important with marketing and with the whole customer experience.
Absolutely. And I think that this is awesome. This has set us up for a great topic for another time where we can talk a little bit more about branding, because branding really encompasses creating a whole personality for your business. And if your business really were a person, what's its style? How does it talk? How does it look? How does it feel? How does it interact with everyone? And so I think that's an awesome topic. What I would love to share right now is how important it is to do a marketing calendar where you can take all of these wonderful ideas and things that Kate just talked about and plug them into a calendar. So we use a project management software called monday.com. You can go and look it up and utilize it for your store. I was using spreadsheets for a while, but they're so cumbersome, and Monday is this wonderful, beautiful online interactive management software that you can use for so many different aspects of your business. And what we did is we created individual marketing calendars for every single client. And there's two calendars because there's two parts of marketing. You have one part, which is marketing to all your existing customers. Like, those are already the people in your database and the people that are following you already on social media. And then you have your second customer, or people that don't know you yet, people that have not interacted with you. They're like, who, what is that store? I never heard of that store before. So you have to have marketing campaigns set up for both types of audiences, because otherwise eventually you're going to wear out your first audience. You're going to wear them out, or they're just going to die. They're going to die off, and you didn't replace them. So but what you do is you create two different calendars, and immediately it starts getting you thinking about laying out your strategies. The other thing is on your marketing calendar for your existing customers, there are wonderful retail calendars out there that have all of these really weird, off the wall, crazy national holidays, like National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day, National Wear Your Pajamas to Work Day. So what we did is we went through all these holidays. We kind of picked ones that we could have the most fun with and were the most appropriate, and plug them into the calendar. So when you pull up this spreadsheet now, this online spreadsheet, I can go through, I see the month of January, February, March, all the way through December. Every single holiday for 2019 is on there. It doesn't mean that we're going to do something for everything we have, but we have our list of ideas and we can look ahead. And looking ahead, there is National Get to Know Your Customers Day coming up in April. So we're already putting in some plans of what can we do on the store level to get to know our customers. And so it gives you a little opportunity to be more proactive. And then part of that is, what are you going to do? So we're going to make sure that we do something, and it's going to come out on email. And then there's a column for Facebook, there's a column for Twitter and Pinterest and Instagram, there's a column for Google AdWords, there's a column for blogging, there's a column for video. So we put all the different channels on there that we could potentially market on. And again, it doesn't mean that for every activity that we do that we're going to use every channel, but we can completely lay it out. And Kate, when we were talking before our video, you talked a little bit about having an editorial calendar. And this is where we could plug in your editorial calendar. So do you want to talk a little bit about that? It's such a great idea.
Well, to me, an editorial calendar is what you are going to say to your customers and your potential customers at any given time. And obviously, you want to motivate your customers. You want to have a call to action in everything that you do. And that, to me, is what the editorial campaign is about. For instance, it is now spring break time. Did you spend a lot of time on your social media, in your emails, in your store, promoting spring break clothes? Most people from northern climes dream of, or are actually going to, go somewhere warm during this time of year. Then you've also got, of course, Easter coming up, and Easter, is not necessarily the dress-up occasion that it was when we were children, but it certainly is time for refreshing your wardrobe, for making the kids look cute, for having a fresh spring-like look on your tabletop decorations in your home, wreaths, clothes, all sorts of things there. That should be on your editorial calendar right now. What are you going to be doing for Easter? The things that you did for spring break should pretty much be already taken care of and already going, because it is spring break time now. You know that if you were here in Sarasota.
So that's just the whole idea, I think, of really what we're trying to get across is to pre-plan and to be more proactive instead of reactive. And when you really take the time to create a system, and again, I know a lot of people try to do it in a spreadsheet, and a spreadsheet is good, but it's cumbersome. And I think sometimes if you don't have the proper tools to be organized, then you don't carry through because you're wasting so much time trying to be organized. And the great thing about using software is that next year in 2020, all we have to do is go back and change the dates, but we can see everything we did for 2019. We can see what worked. We can go in and see a little report that we wrote up about how that event worked. We have some special events coming up. So we'll do a little write-up. Did they work? Were they effective? Was, that kind of thing. Also, all the graphics that we used, they all go right in this software. You can save them to the software. So I'm just really want to encourage everyone to, take a step back and say, oh, wow, okay, let's plan out our year. And even if you don't plan the whole year, get a calendar set up, get an editorial calendar, get your marketing calendar for your new customers and your marketing calendar for your existing customers, and get that all out there. There's apps you can use. There's really good organizational apps if you want. Again, project management software is my favorite. If you look under that heading, because that's where you can really include your team. You can assign team members for things like that. But I think the key here is just to plan ahead and avoid those peaks and valleys. Do you have anything else to say on this topic, Kate?
No, but you did touch upon something that, again, what might be a good topic for another show. Maybe people will let us know in the comments whether they're interested in how do we determine as shopkeepers whether or not an event, a promotion, an email, a video was actually productive. And what did we do on that video or email to make it productive, and how we can use that information to make the next one more productive. So often we do things, we have, it was a great time, we had a bag sale and we made $2,000 for charity, but we don't take the time to sit down afterwards and talk to our team and write down, because you're not going to remember it in 6 months or 12 months, write down what it is that worked and what it is that didn't work. I saw a wonderful, wonderful bag sale going on in the shop that made $2,000 for a charity, but it was like 5 days worth of work, 5 days that the staff was focused on the sale rather than the actual running of the store. So you need to sit down and determine those results when you do a promotion. So that might be a real good topic for another show. Folks who are watching, let us know what it is that we touched upon that we didn't get into, and we can do another little 15-minute coffee break with you guys about that.
Awesome. So that is it for today. We just have a short show today for Coffee with Colleen and Kate. Thank you all for joining us. Have a wonderful week. And Kate, what is it that your mom always?
My mama always said, go out there and sell something.
Awesome. Have a great week, everyone.
Bye now.